What up? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen is a 2009 film. It's rated PG-13 and it's 2 hours and 29 minutes. Directed by Michael Bay. Straightforward, I don't even remember watching this movie at all. This movie came out 2 years later after, the first one, the 2007 one. You can actually see that those 2 years probably flew by pretty fast. 2009, a lot was going on. Obama was our president. There's lines in this movie that reference President Obama. For me, during this time, 2009, the best thing I could describe that year for myself is just playing a lot of Xbox, and literally after school just going straight on Xbox Live and playing basketball whenever I wasn't on the Xbox. I can see why I didn't watch this movie, and I actually see why I didn't see the other ones after this. I think the first one for me was at that time enough for me to be like, okay, they're obviously gonna make a second one. 2009 Transformers basically is just an enhancement and an upgrade from the first one. A lot of the stuff in this movie is basically enhancing character lines. You're seeing character growth. A lot of the settings in this movie is taking to a lot more places. It's a lot more emphasis on a lot of things. CGI, the effects, the crazy action scenes that you see in this movie. Really cool that they are continuing from the first one. So everyone is pretty much back. You do have Shia LaBeouf back in here. You do have Megan Fox back in the building. Let's talk about Shia LaBeouf in this movie. I think during this time, Shia LaBeouf was actually dealing with some drug problems, some addictions back then, but don't want to talk about that too much. But during that time, I do remember Shia LaBeouf was in the headlines for something along those lines. In this movie, he does look a little bit more older, knowing that he's probably dealing with a lot of stuff, in his personal life. I feel like the way he's aging in this movie, or his whole presence in general, you can see he was dealing with a lot of stuff. Making a banger 2007 Transformers and then going to a 2009, I can see the stress automatically, just direct hit, straight headshot kill on the stress of making another movie, especially a sequel. But this one right here, for being the second one, I do feel like they did a good job on telling the storyline. They did a good job on just making things feel a lot more bigger. Going back to Shia LaBeouf, with his character in general, he's actually handling it a lot more maturely, if that makes sense. Here, you're actually seeing more of a younger adulthood already in action. In the first one, you're seeing this kid kind of grow into this mature person, and then now that he's already seen these Autobots and seen all these crazy alien things that they're experiencing, you can actually see that he's more of the experienced veteran experiencing lifestyle with these Autobots. He's still projecting a lot of the lines pretty well. A lot of his characteristics were something that I feel like it was a good addition, especially him seeing visions, and a lot of the things that his past life were shown in this movie. I thought those were characteristics that were very key. There's a lot of growth in his character in this movie. Pretty much, he's going to college, he's becoming that young man. The relationship with Megan Fox in this movie, do like how we got an update of their relationship status. I enjoyed seeing them together, to be honest. I honestly feel them two together are a great look. Shia LaBeouf on the love side in this movie is definitely like he's trying to handle the business, and actually seeing the puppy love of what we saw in the first one. We know that that's his girlfriend, and we know that he's serious about her. I just hope in the next movies as well that he doesn't lose no flavor, doesn't lose too much of his swagger, especially being like the main chosen one for these Autobots. The action scenes with him shot very well from the first one to this one. I do like how a lot of the stuff is just more emphasis on just being more realistic. The explosions look phenomenal. The aerial shots on seeing all that battle scene is super awesome. And then when you see Shia LaBeouf's character in the middle of that, really goes through it in these action scenes, and his character doesn't come out of those scenes looking like he didn't even get touched. Do like the stuff that made it look like you actually came out of a crazy battle. But Shia LaBeouf in this movie is holding it down once again. It's just making this Transformers vibe feel super awesome. I think the second one is just like gave it more of that vibe, like I want to go out there and go buy an Autobots logo and put it on my car. This is like the feeling of you're becoming more of a fan towards this type of movies and this Transformer vibe. Fun ride with his character, because the first one you kind of want to know what he's gonna do after that movie's done, and this movie right away is pretty much updating you on what he's been doing and seeing where his mind over time has gone. Really cool to see in the previews for the next one that he's still in it. Megan Fox in this movie, obviously she's older now, so I feel like with the lines with the other characters, they're actually acknowledging that she grew. She's out here working at a mechanic body shop. shop. The way she's talking actually has more of a like a hot, spicy, like I'm about to wash your car music video type of vibe. Like her look is definitely more on the sexy vibe. Thank goodness they didn't focus on like, let's just show this mature side of her. Megan Fox naturally, with her maturity over time, especially from 2 years after the first one, you could see that she naturally could just hold it down. Naturally, that presence is there. And she did a good job in this movie, especially the relationship with Shia LaBeouf's character. Just yells out Transformers couples, Transformers, Megan Fox, Shia LaBeouf, this is the adventure, here we go with them. She actually contributes to this movie pretty well. Tyrese Gibson back again, and you also have Josh Duhamel, who are part of that army squad. So with everything being enhanced, you're seeing more screen time with them. You're seeing just more concrete environment stuff that these people are actually a part of. So it's not like a here and there they show up. And that's what the movie's doing with a lot of these characters, just bringing them more on screen, more badass moments. John Turturro is in this movie again. Very funny how they bring him up in the movie. This dude from the first one obviously went a whole different direction. This dude is trying to like lay low. He ends up working at a butcher shop for the family. When he came on screen, it was like, let's go, he's back. Good vibes, good character addition to this Transformers world. I do like that. He's just a funny character, and I really do like his acting. So John Turturro as Simmons, comedy in my eyes, and I really like whenever, you know, he is on screen. Ramon Rodriguez, he plays Leo Spitz. You can see he's that new fresh face to the Transformers world. I thought it was a good character to add to this ride. Glad he wasn't a character where it was forcing us to get used to him. A lot of Sam Witwicky's lifestyle in this movie is something to watch for. Him and Bumblebee is always going to be eye-catching. It's always going to be funny, and cool to see that Bumblebee is more upgraded as well. And the upgrades are everywhere in this movie, especially with all the Transformers. We also see with the puppies that there's a new addition as well with the pups. One thing that I feel like could have been stronger is the ending. We're just seeing a lot of the Fallen just leave that battle because obviously they lost that little mini war. That's the only thing about it that I feel like could have been improved. After my watching the movie Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 8 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.